Hi guys, I just wanted to do a quick video on how to make bows. We have holidays coming up, Thanksgiving, Christmas. People like to decorate their homes and they like to use bows. So I'm just going to make a quick tutorial on this, and really quick, I'm going to switch my camera down so that you can see this. Okay, sorry, I struggle. Okay, so this is a 2.5 inch ribbon. And all I do is these are my two main players. I'm going to use my thumb and my pointer finger and my middle finger to hold my ribbon. And I loved using wired ribbon because it stays where it's supposed to be. So I'm going to start off with, I'm just going to make a short tail for the sake of just doing a short tail, but this is about 8 inches for a tail. So I'm going to twist right at that mark. And I'm going to pull out about 10 inches, so that's going to put 5 inches on either side, and twist. Now I hold with my pointer finger between my thumb. My middle finger, I use it to hold my ribbon before I twist. So here I come out again. And then if you want to know if these two are even, then you can just pull them up, hold your finger in the center tight, pull it up, and see if those two are even, and those are. So once you get your first loop, pretty much you can use that loop for a reference and then on from there. So I'm gonna go out and twist, make another ribbon. So, and then swap my fingers. And each time I drop that twist down underneath my pointer finger. So I use my middle finger to hold it when I get it in place while I'm twisting. And then I twist between these two fingers, and then I drop it down under my pointer finger. I hope that makes sense. And I hope this is far enough back that you can see what I'm doing. This is not something that I'm not used to making videos. I stink at it. If you guys have seen my pictures before, my camera skills are very, very much lacking. Okay, so we're gonna go put our third one here, twist, fourth one on this side, twist, fourth one on this side. So I've got 4 loops now on both sides, twist, and then I'm going to do one last loop. I'm going to pull it this direction, but I'm going to flip it over my finger. I'm going to hold it with my middle finger and make a loop, a small loop over the top of all 8 other loops. So does that make sense? Can you see what it looks like? Okay. Now I'm going to use craft wire. This comes from Hobby Lobby. Just a roll of craft wire. I'm going to roll that out. Now make sure you get a long enough piece, because sometimes I've done, and without even thinking, I snip it a little smaller. But you want it to be long enough that it's going to fit around whatever project you're going to put this ribbon on. So if I were doing a gift, like putting this on a gift, I would not use the craft wire. I would probably tie it with another piece of ribbon, not the craft wire, but usually I use craft wire because it's cheaper. Okay, now you have this mess. This is what it'll look like. You'll have a pile of loops, and so all you do is, let's first cut our tail. I'm going to cut my tail to the length of my first tail, so my last tail is going to be the same length. So just cut that. Then all you're going to do is just back and forth. I'm going to grab my bottom loop, the first loop that I started with, and I'm going to pull it out. Then I'm going to grab the bottom loop on the other side, and I'm going to pull it forward. So my first loop I pulled back, my second loop on the bottom I pull forward. My third one I'm going to pull back. My fourth one I'm going to pull forward. Then, and let me just tell you, there are probably other ways of doing this. By all means, you do it however it's easiest for you and most comfortable for you. But for me, this is just what works. Okay, so I pull until I have everything straight and pretty like I want it. Then, that looks a little ugly there, but it looks a little better in person. Then what I'm going to do, once I get my loops where I want them, I'm going to take my 2 bottom legs, and you can either cut them across vertically, or you can, I like to do this. I fold them, I put them together and I fold them in half. See that? And then I like to take and just cut a V out of the center. Just right across there, diagonally. And then, ta-da, that's what I end up with. So I have a nice big pretty fluffy bow now that can go on a project. So I hope you enjoyed that. Here's another one that I did with a smaller ribbon. And I really like taking like a bigger ribbon and then instead of doing 8 loops or even smaller ribbons, doing 4 smaller loops. And I really love the 4-legged one in the center on the smaller ribbons too. But I hope that was helpful, and let's get ready for the holidays. They are coming.